This is a side-lying leg lift series. It actually works the legs. It actually works the whole body. We're going to get to the upper body as well while we do this. So as you choose, let yourself come to a side-lying position on your mat. I'm going to suggest that you bend your legs at the knees so that your knees are in alignment with your hips. Also, you might want to use a pillow for your head. My preference, quite frankly, is to simply use my arms. So whatever it is that works best for you. You want to be sure that your shoulder is over your hip, okay? And let yourself just kind of rest in one line. The knees are bent nice and deep so that you can balance yourself. And then as you choose, take a nice deep breath in, and whenever you're ready, extend the upper leg. In this case, it's my left leg, so extend it out. As you extend it out, imagine that you're standing, okay? So that you want to be sure your shoulder is over your hip, is over your knee, is over your ankle. So you want your body to be nice and long and sturdy. Activate your core. Imagine that your leg is now coming from the space behind your belly button and letting the movement come from there. Dorsiflex the foot and raise the leg several times, just directly up, letting the movement come from the space behind your belly button. Let your core support your body and slowly and gently back and forth. Your hips are not winging back, your feet's not going forward. Your toes and your knee are pointing directly forward. After you go directly up a few times, let yourself go back a few times. Now here the tendency is to kind of rock the whole spine, so let yourself be very mindful of stabilizing your core, letting the movement come from the space behind your belly button, and let the movement be very graceful. Let it be very, very easy and smooth. After you do several going back, let yourself bring the foot forward. Nice, gentle movements. Maybe 2 or 3 is all you need today. Maybe you want to do 5 or 6 today, whatever feels good for you. The movement's still coming from the space behind your belly button. Your tummy's still nice and strong, holding you steady and firm. And after you go forward a few times, then let the knee come to rest on top of the bottom knee. Now we're going to work with the gluteals. So with this, what you'll do is bring the upper knee directly toward the ceiling, extend the leg toward the ceiling, bend the knee, and bring it back. This is sort of the clam exercise. This works with the gluteals to help strengthen them. If you have chronic low back tension, this is actually a really good idea to work to strengthen those gluteals. They tend to be rather weak with chronic low back stuff that goes on. So let yourself just gently, and again, maybe 1 or 2 is enough, maybe 3 or 4, whatever it is that feels good for you. After you work to strengthen the legs and to move them in several directions, now we're going to lengthen them. So simply take the top hand, my left hand, hold on to the left ankle, and then drop the left knee down so it's in alignment with the shoulder and the hip. Push the hips gently forward. Let the shoulder drop gently back so you get a nice opening through the whole front of the body. You can certainly use a tie if you'd like. If your hand doesn't reach around this ankle comfortably, use a tie. Do whatever works for you. Then as you choose, we'll open hamstring, the opposing muscle group. So with hamstring, simply bring that left hand on the inside of the left leg and extend it up toward the ceiling. Keep the knee bent and allow the foot to be dorsiflexed and just a gentle opening, just a gentle release. Again, if you'd prefer to use a tie, that might be a little bit more comfortable for you. Allow yourself to play with whatever works for you. After opening the quadriceps and the hamstrings, let yourself come to rest. Once again, just resting the leg on top of the bent knee underneath it. Take a breath or 2. Give yourself a moment to kind of relax. And then we're going to go into a few things that are designed to open up your upper chest and your upper back. So as you choose, let that top elbow, in this case my left elbow, let it come up toward the ceiling and sort of shake the arm. Let it get really really relaxed, like there's no bones in it, like it's just like totally chilled out completely. Then as you choose, you're going to begin to move. Imagine that you've got a handful of grapes in your hand here. And after you have eaten some of them, you're going to try to give them to someone behind you. So what you're going to do is slowly begin to move. But as you move, you're very mindful. And you're going to pause for a moment and notice, wow, there's a lot of tension in that shoulder and neck area. I'm not quite as loose as I was when I started. So as soon as you notice any tension, stop, shake it out, let it go, come back to square one, back to where you started, and do it again. Let yourself come back, go to that spot where, oh man, tension in my neck again. Shake it out, let it go, come back to square one, go back again. I usually find, quite frankly, that after about 6 or 7 of these, I'm done. I'm tired, okay? It's like, yeah, there's always going to be tension in that neck and shoulders, and no matter how much I shake it out, it's not going to go, and that's okay. Just let yourself release, and on that last one, let yourself come all the way out. Extend that arm behind you and give those grapes to somebody behind you. Just take a nice deep breath in or two. Let the body open, let the chest open. Extend the right arm out so that you're in a T position. Just some gentle breathing. And then as you choose, bring this back arm, the left arm back. Let it come to rest on top of the right arm. Just let it lie directly on top of it. Let it extend out in front of you as far as you can reach. And take some nice gentle breaths. Just feeling the weight of your body begin to open that space between your shoulder blades underneath you. After a couple breaths, then we're going to begin opening the shoulders. So bring the arm back slightly. Imagine that the fingers were like spider legs, and you're going to let those spider legs stay connected to the floor as you bring that arm up over the head, making a semicircle over the head. Bring it back so you're in a T position. And then slowly work your way back, keeping the fingers touching the floor as you make that semicircle back and forth, very slowly, very mindfully above your head. Back and forth. And here again, maybe 3 semicircles is enough today. Maybe 5 or 6 is what you want to play with, whatever works for you. On your last one, let yourself go into a T. Enjoy that nice, gentle twist for a breath or two. Just relax and enjoy. And as you choose, bring the arm back and let yourself once again rest on your side. One more movement before we finish this side. You can extend the upper arm, the left arm out and in front of you in a diagonal. At the same time, bring the left leg extended and back behind you in a diagonal so that you've got your upper arm going out and up to the front and your leg out and back. And just some nice, easy breaths. And when you're ready, let yourself just gently curl up in a nice little ball on your side and enjoy. Couple breaths, just enough to kind of let the dust settle, let yourself relax a little bit. And when you're ready, we'll flip over and gently do the other side. So again, let yourself softly roll over. You're going to bend the legs at the knees. Make sure the knees are in alignment with your hips so that you've got a nice firm foundation. Be sure your shoulders are over your hips. You can rest your head on a pillow or use your arm. Extend the right arm or the right leg or the upper leg out. Make sure that it's in alignment with your hip, your knee, your ankle, and your shoulder. Activate your core, transverse abdominis. Imagine that the leg is coming from the space behind your belly button, and let yourself explore bringing the leg up and lowering very slowly, very gently, just softly allowing yourself to explore movement in that leg. Keep the foot dorsiflex, the quadricep active. After going up a few times, whatever's comfortable for you, bring the leg back, keeping the core solid, keeping the core in place through the abdominal muscles. feeling the movement come from the space behind your belly button. Let yourself go in the other direction several times, whatever it is that works for you. Again, your torso is very calm, very, very quiet. It's just staying in one position. After you go several times toward the back, toward the front, and straight up, then let the knee come to rest on top of the other knee. And now we go into the clam, which is going to work with the gluteals. So with the clam, you open your clam, bring the top knee toward the ceiling, extend the leg, bend the leg, and close your clam. And just back and forth several times, whatever it is that works for you. Maybe 2 or 3 is enough. Maybe 5 or 6 is what you want to play with today. And after you do as many as you choose of your clam, working the gluteals, then let yourself hold on to the ankle, drop the knee down, and open that quadricep. Let the top shoulder, the right shoulder in this case, let it kind of draw back. Let your hips push slightly forward. Let the knee drop down, and just some gentle breathing. When you're ready, you're going to hold on to the bottom of the foot from the inside, or you can use a tie if that's your preference. A lot of people prefer that. And you're going to extend the leg up and open hamstring. Keep a slight bend in the knee, dorsiflex the foot, and just some gentle breathing into the hamstring. Then as you choose, let the legs come to rest. Let them be still as we begin to work the upper body. Again, be sure that there's a deep bend in those knees so that you're stable. You can balance yourself as we work with the upper body. So we're going to do the feeding grapes technique, as you will. You're going to bring the elbow toward the ceiling. Let your arms dangle down as if you had grapes that you were feeding yourself. Let everything get really loose. Let it get really, really loose. Nothing's holding, nothing's guarding. And then as you choose, begin to move softly toward, moving toward the back. And once you feel some tension, it's like, oh yeah, there's tension in that shoulder. Shake it out, let it go. Don't give yourself a hard time about it. Come back to where you started and start all over again. Let yourself come back, and you might notice, oh, bummer, there it is again. Let it go, shake it out. Don't give yourself a hard time. Come back to center, nice gentle breaths, and try it again. You want to let yourself move until you notice some tension, shake it out, and come back again. Do several attempts, maybe 2 or 3, maybe 6 or 7, and whenever you're ready, let yourself come all the way back. Extend that arm back and give your grapes to somebody behind you. You can extend the lower arm, the left arm out, and rest in a T. Just some easy breaths, opening the chest, opening the spine. And whenever you're ready, bring that right arm, let it come to rest on top of the left, and let it slide out. Let it go all the way out as far as it can, and then just breathe, letting the weight of your body open that upper back for you. Just some gentle breaths. If your neck's a little uncomfortable, be sure and use a pillow. And then as you choose, draw the arms slightly back. Let your fingers become a spider, and you're going to let that spider make a circle over the top of your head, holding on to the floor as it comes around. Bring yourself into a T, and then back and forth, slowly and gently, just letting that shoulder begin to open. You're not moving very quickly. You're moving very slowly and very gracefully. You don't want to overdo anything. You don't want the shoulder joint to feel threatened. So the movement is very slow and very graceful. As you choose, let yourself rest in a T, some nice gentle breathing. Just enjoying a lying twist. Bring the arm back. And then let yourself rest for a breath or two, and then we'll open laterally. You'll extend the upper arm up in a diagonal while the upper leg goes back in a diagonal. Shoulder out of the ear, and just let yourself breathe. Let your body enjoy. This is a movement that the body doesn't typically get in any given day. It's kind of hard to get there. So let yourself really enjoy this one. It feels really yummy. And whenever you're ready, let yourself come back. Rest for a breath or two on your side. And as you choose, let yourself come back either in Savasana or constructive rest position or whatever feels good for you, and just enjoy.